One of the best ways to take control of your income is launching products and services. Not only does this allow you to diversify your revenue streams, but it allows you to become less reliant on unstable traffic sources like Google and social media. With a product that you can sell directly to your audience, you create a scalable income stream that works for you even when you're away from your laptop. And because you have this full control, you can really get creative with the ways that you promote it, whether that's promoting your product in your high traffic posts and placements, creating an affiliate program, or cross promoting with other creators and brands. Okay, you get it. Launching products is a smart idea for bloggers. But what exactly should you create to get your audience excited and increase sales? Well, that's exactly what we'll be talking about in this video. I'll be going over a step-by-step strategy for pinpointing the perfect product to launch to your audience with loads of tips and examples included. But first, be sure to click the link in the video description or scan the QR code on your screen to grab a seat in my free upcoming Profitable Product Launch Challenge. We kick off February 3rd, and over 5 days, I'll be showing you step-by-step how to create, launch, and scale a product that helps you grow your blogging business. During the free challenge, you'll learn how to choose the perfect product idea, map out your pricing and bonuses, build an email list of buyers, create a launch plan, even with a small audience, and continuously earn sales on autopilot. Plus, there will be a live Q&A, an implementation workbook, and bonuses that are worth signing up for in themselves, including a profitable product launch checklist and 3 sample launch plans that you can use to get inspired. And did I mention prizes? Those who stay engaged with the challenge will be entered to win free prizes like courses, templates, and audits that can help you grow your blog even faster and easier. Feel free to even pause this video to go grab your seat in the free challenge. You back? Then let's dive in, starting with a little pre-strategy tip. You want to create products that solve problems and make people's lives easier or better in some way, but not just any people, your people. As in the people that you are already setting out to help through your blog. Hopefully you have a mission statement that's kind of guiding your business, your content, your products, your emails, all the things. Keep that mission in mind as we move through these steps. That's really how you're going to make an impact with the product that you create. Okay, let's kick things off with step number 1, analyze your audience's needs. One of the biggest breakthroughs I had as a blogger was realizing that answering reader questions could be profitable. You're probably already doing this through your free blog posts, social posts, and emails. But now think about kicking that up a notch with a paid product or service that solves your readers' problems. Personally, I like to keep a running list just in a simple Google Doc of the questions, comments, and DMs that I get. And then when I see something coming up again and again, it's a good indication that that could be a product idea. And in fact, this is how I've come up with my most profitable products, my Travel Blog Prosperity membership, my many different blogging courses, and even my NYC tours and trip planning. And in fact, if we look at the screen here, this is an email. It's a version of an email that basically I got over and over. I had ChatGPT kind of rewrite it to protect people's privacy, and then I sent it to myself to protect people's emails. But this is essentially an email that I got over and over again. I still get this type of email that led to me creating my How to Land Paid Press Trips course. Hey, Jesse, I'm an avid listener of your podcast and appreciate all the insights you share about earning a living through travel blogging. Just pausing here quick. One thing, if you're thinking like, I'm not getting that many questions, start really going above and beyond to be seen as an expert on a topic. Make sure you are sharing your best tips, lessons learned, and really positioning yourself as an expert across your digital touchpoints. I get emails like this all the time because I have a podcast, which helps showcase my expertise as a blogger. And then I have products related to professional blogging. And then just continuing on with the email, I've been trying to break into paid press trips and was wondering if you could share any tips. How do you usually connect with tourism boards or brands? And is there one thing you think makes a pitch stand out? I know you're busy, so even a quick tip would mean a lot. Thanks so much. Again, constantly having people say, how do you land paid press trips? What do you say to brands? How do you set your rates? All these questions that I then kept and said, okay, people want to know how to land paid press trips. I need to create a solution. And then I also have these specific questions that I could weave into the course content because now I have a good idea about the specific things people want to know about this topic. Something else you can do is analyze the questions and comments that people are leaving in niche forums and Facebook groups to get a sense of what people need help with. So here's an example of the Reddit solo travel forum. And if we start scrolling through, this person's stuck on what to do next. I don't want to read like every single post. Some people are confused about hostel etiquette, making friends. That's something as a solo travel blogger I hear all the time. How do I make friends? Am I still going to have fun if I'm in a private hostel room? Revisiting solo travel, this person didn't enjoy their first experience. What should I do different? People are talking about money mistakes and budgeting. Traveling with a chronic illness. I know I've seen people, for example, with celiac disease make those different cards so that in a restaurant in a specific country, they can hold up the card and in the correct language say, hey, I have celiac disease, and make sure that they're getting the right food. People are sharing tips, asking about travel planning for different places. You could make an in-depth travel itinerary. So anyway, you would go through this forum, keep track of the questions people are asking, and then try to see patterns. Hey, a lot of people are worried about safety. A lot of people are struggling with the idea of, will I make friends? Will I have fun? What solutions can you offer for them? Something else you can do is run polls and surveys and actually ask your audience what problems and pain points they're facing. I personally prefer to pose questions that ask about what the problems are. What are your biggest challenges when it comes to planning a solo trip versus would you pay $29 for this product? Because people don't really know what they would buy or how much they would pay until the product is fully presented to them. So instead, I like to really see what their problems and pain points are and then create solutions. Here's an example from my travel blog Prosperity membership community. It's not exactly a product I'm creating, but it's a workshop that I will be putting on, that my wonderful developer, Chris, will be putting on. And he had me pose a question to my audience through a poll. I could have just assumed, I bet people would really want to know about passing core web vitals. Well, if I assumed that, I would be wrong because looking at this poll, most people want help with optimizing their website for speed and security. And then in the comments, people left a few other ideas too. So polling your audience can get you real data so that you can really see the problems your audience is facing. And then just one more tip with this, you can also look at your analytics, your Google Analytics, your different social platform analytics, your email analytics to get a sense of what topics are resonating with your audience most. Now let's move on to step number 2, choose the right product format. Not just for your audience, but for you. The key here is to match the transformation that your audience seeks or the problem they're trying to get help with the time and effort that you can realistically commit to. So with that in mind, let's go over a few different product formats, starting with quick win products. These are things like checklists, templates, spreadsheets, planners that offer your audience a quick win. And they're usually really easy to create. They can be a really great first digital product too. I really love them as well because they can be an easy sell. They're usually budget friendly. And they make for great upsells to other larger products, or you can bundle them with other smaller products. There's a lot you can do. We'll talk about bundling and upsells a little bit in this video later on. But let me give you a visual of a beautiful quick win product. This is on Etsy. The shop name is Fluent Finance. So very on brand too. It's this all-in-one travel planner. It's in Google Sheets. You could see it's very beautiful. Having the year there makes it feel very current and fresh, easy to use, stress-free travel planning. It's really simple. This probably didn't take her like weeks to create. I'm sure, she probably made it in, let's say, a day. And she has these great visuals that kind of make it sell itself. She's got some extras here. You get a trip overview, step-by-step instructions, an expense tracker, a daily itinerary, trip checklist, packing list, reservations tracker, trip research. So you can see it's done for you. And realistically, if someone wanted to take the time and create this, they probably could if they're good with Google Sheets. To be honest, I probably actually couldn't. But if you're decent with Google Sheets, you probably could. Or you could spend about $10 and have it done for you and save you lots of time and lots of stress. So think about how you can create a quick win product for your audience. Now, if your audience needs something more detailed, you might create the next product type, which is a step-by-step guide. These are things like ebooks, video tutorials, travel itineraries, anything that walks them through a process. Let's say you've gotten loads of questions about how to plan a trip to Japan. Maybe you're known for this destination. Maybe you created some really amazing content about it. Well, you might create a detailed 2-week Japan itinerary, complete with seasonal packing lists, transit details, and maps. It creates a done-for-you solution for your audience. Here's another example on the screen. This is a collection of books in the Travel More series by Jen Ruiz of Jen on a Jet Plane. Honestly, Jen has way more than these 3 books. She's a really amazing author, but you can create books that help your audience solve a problem. So here she has the affordable flight guide, how to find cheap airline tickets and see the world on a budget. You need a vacation, how to travel with a full-time job, and then a solo female travel book, tips and inspiration for women who want to see the world on their own terms. And these are great. We haven't really started talking about bundling yet. We'll do that at the end. But because these kind of have the same theme of helping people travel more and travel smarter, she can sell them individually or as a bundle, or she can use them as upsells. Again, we'll talk more about this as we get more into the video. Finally, the last product format we'll talk about is interactive products. These are things like workshops, courses, and memberships, and even services and experiences like tours and travel planning. Interactive products are great for delivering a bigger transformation because they're typically more engaging, interactive, and hands-on. Additionally, they're typically pricier. You can charge more for them because they are more value, and you can make more with them as long as you properly promote them. We will be going over promotion in my free challenge coming up too. Now, here's an example of an interactive product. This is my own travel blog prosperity membership. Turn your travel blog into a profitable business that continues to grow every single month. The all-in-one membership where travel bloggers access step-by-step courses, live support, expert workshops, and proven templates to monetize their content. So you kind of get a sense of what's included. The thing to know here is every single month, I am having to create new content, whether I'm leading a new live workshop or I'm hiring someone to do that and bring someone on. There are live Q&A calls every month. There's goal setting workshops. I have bonus events going on. I'm creating cheat sheets to go with everything. I'm interacting in the Facebook group. There's a lot. And then if I want to travel, like if it's an extended, let's say 2 weeks or more trip, I then need to hire someone to watch the membership. So there's a lot more that goes into this than, let's say, a travel budget worksheet or some type of spreadsheet where you might only really have to create that once and then it's good to go. You can kind of keep selling it with not much updating. But then the trade-off is the membership here, it's recurring revenue. So my income from this is a lot more stable and predictable because I'm not just making money on new members. When people stay a member, that's that recurring revenue. Thinking between, like a membership and a spreadsheet, let's say a regular course. That's something that you probably don't have to update every single month, but depending on the topic, you'll likely have to update it. I mean, you'll have to update it at some point too because different technologies change. But depending on the topic, like if you're teaching about SEO or Instagram or something that's ever evolving, you're going to be having to update that quite a bit. So do think about this as you're choosing the product you'll create. What realistically is your bandwidth? And by the way, the workbook you'll get in the free Profitable Product Launch Challenge links a number of other real-life examples of products for each format type. So make sure to grab your seat in the challenge so you get access to that. And if you're stressing about which product format to choose, just realize it doesn't have to be set in stone. That cheat sheet you create today can be a course tomorrow. So start where you are and just build as you go. Moving on to step number 3, Test demand first. Before you go and create like a whole 10 module course, you really want to make sure that people want to buy that. You want to validate your idea. We'll be going over a number of ways to do this in the free profitable product launch challenge. But what I want to talk about here is pre-selling your product, as in selling it before you fully create it. By doing this, you literally know that people will purchase before you create it. And you'll also be making money before you launch, which can be a great thing. Now, we actually have a whole podcast episode on how to pre-sell your online course. That's what you see in the visual here. But let's think about what this might look like if you were launching a course or pre-launching a course. You'd want to have an idea of what it would be, like a full outline, so that you can actually let your audience know what they'll be getting, what it looks like, the transformation it provides, the benefits, all that stuff. And then you'd have a way for people to be an early buyer and purchase. Maybe you say, okay, the pre-sale ends, let's say May 1st, and the first lesson will go live, that Wednesday or maybe the following week. And maybe you teach each workshop in the course live. This is actually really valuable for your students because they're getting live help, but also they can actually influence the future content. Because if you created like this 10 module course and then sold it, you might not know exactly what people need help with. You might think you do, but by teaching live, now you're seeing the questions people are asking. And then you can think, oh, that didn't even cross my mind that people might want to know that. Let me infuse that into the next lesson. So it could be really valuable. And to incentivize these early buyers, you might consider offering discounted early bird pricing and or some special bonuses, maybe a bonus live Q&A or some special templates or maybe a behind the scenes workshop of some kind. Now, if you're not quite ready to pre-sell, another way to kind of validate demand, at least for the topic, is to offer a related opt-in freebie. And the benefit here is you're also growing your email list with potential buyers who then you can promote the product to once you launch. Now, this doesn't exactly validate demand for the product because even if you're offering a related opt-in freebie, like here, I have my free travel blogger resource library that I often promote to grow my email list with bloggers. And then I have related blogging courses, a paid opportunities newsletter, the membership, all the things. But having this related freebie, again, it's great for growing the email list, but it doesn't exactly tell you that people would purchase your product. Because even though it's relevant, it is a different thing, but it still can be a great way to, again, test the demand for the topic. I always highly recommend offering a freebie all year round to grow your email list. Honestly, even if you're not launching a product, make sure you're growing that email list. Just a quick aside, great way to protect your business with all these algorithm updates and really, make your blogging business algorithm proof because you own your email list. Now, a quick tip before we move on to the next step, something else you might do is offer beta tester access at a discount in exchange for feedback and or testimonials. This allows you to really refine your product to make it as good as it can be while also building social proof that you can use on the sales page. This is really, really important. If you have like a really budget-friendly spreadsheet like the one we looked at before on Etsy and all those visuals, you really know what you're getting, you might really not need a ton of social proof. It can always help. But if you're selling like a course or a book or a membership, people are going to want to see testimonials. So let me show you quickly the form I used on one of my more recent products. I have an affiliate income action plan. It's like a 30-day calendar with some bonuses. And before I officially launched it, I had a beta tester group. And here are the questions that I asked them, just to give you an example of, what you might ask your beta testers. So I have them put their name and email. What was your favorite thing about this product? What would you change about this product? What do you think of the name of the product? 30-day affiliate income action plan. Does it accurately reflect what it is and what you got out of it? What questions, if any, did you still have about affiliate marketing and growing your affiliate income? What are the main lessons or transformations you got out of the product? Did you notice any grammar or spelling errors, broken links, or anything else that felt off? Did this feel exclusively geared toward travel bloggers, or do you think all niches would feel it applied to them. What price would you pay for this product? Please provide a testimonial for the sales page or detailed information on what would need to be changed for you to leave a testimonial. And then I have them upload a headshot for the sales page and then give them a space for anything else they would like to add. Okay, moving on to step number 4, focus on solving a specific problem. Instead of trying to solve every single problem your audience has, focus on one clear pain point and deliver a practical, measurable solution. People don't want endless information. They want quick wins. Like, think about a course that has 100 hours of content. That in itself is not a draw. In fact, if someone else said, hey, I can deliver that same result in a 1-hour workshop, that's going to be more attractive. People want results quicker and easier. So think about how you can deliver that. And building on that, typically products that offer specific results, like cut your packing time in half or edit 10 photos in 10 minutes, will be an easier sell than products with vague outcomes. For example, instead of offering like a general RV travel course, maybe you offer a RV electrical masterclass where you help people safely wire their RV to have power off grid in just one weekend. And even if your product offers a bigger transformation, like a more comprehensive course, just make sure that each module offers a quick win so that your students really stay motivated and engaged with the material and they're confident as they're moving through the content. Here's an example from my own product suite, my How to Land Paid Press Trips as a Travel Blogger course. It's a very specific course, right? Like, I could create a general blogging course, but this is a problem I know my audience has. It's a question that has come up a lot. It is multiple modules, but each module is focused on helping them in a specific way. For example, one module is about how to create your rate card to help increase your income that you earn through these collaborations. So that's how I set that up. I did choose a specific problem, and then I broke it up into quick wins. And finally, we'll end with step number 5, plan for scalability. You want to think beyond your initial product launch to consider how you can grow your product offerings and earnings over time. First, think about how you might expand your offerings, such as through related products. So going back to our RV electrical masterclass, maybe now you're gonna do a DIY RV plumbing masterclass or an RV kitchen cheat sheet, since now you already know, hey, my audience is looking to learn how to build out their RV. Here's a real life example from the Make Fabulous Cake School. Instead of having a general baking course, which maybe they do that too, I'm not really sure, but they're teaching how to create specific cake creations. Buttercream flowers class, woodland buttercream flowers, buttercream flower basket box. These are going to be really easy to bundle and upsell as well. Hey, you grab the woodland buttercream flowers cake class. What about also grabbing the buttercream flower basket box class? And hey, if you purchase at checkout, you'll get a discount. So I thought this was a really fun example here. And here's another idea. If you feel like your audience is facing a recurring information problem, maybe you offer a paid newsletter or a membership that offers recurring value through content updates, Q&A calls, exclusive bonuses in return for recurring revenue. Keep in mind, scalability also means automating so that you make money in your sleep while you're away from your laptop, while you're flying to your next dream destination. And a few ideas for this include setting up an automated email welcome sequence that ends with a pitch email, pitch to your product. Maybe it has limited time discount and or special bonuses to really incentivize people to take action. Another idea is setting up a tripwire. This is part of a sales funnel strategy where someone grabs your freebie and then they're taken to a thank you page that has a limited time, highly discounted offer. It's sort of supposed to be a no-brainer offer. And another idea is creating an affiliate program where you reward other people for promoting your products for you with commissions. I have resources for all of these strategies linked in the video description if you'd like some help with these. And just one more tip before we sign off, continue optimizing as you grow. Check your analytics, track sales, test new strategies, and gather customer feedback so that you can continue refining your product and your offer and creating complementary products as well. When you plan for scalability upfront, you really set yourself up for lasting income success without needing to constantly promote. All right, now I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you feel inspired and empowered to pinpoint the perfect product to launch. Also, don't forget to grab your seat in my upcoming free profitable product launch challenge. You'll not only learn how to create, launch, and scale a product that grows your business, but you'll put that learning into practice so you can launch your product and start increasing your income faster. And of course, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos sharing these strategies for bloggers who want to turn their blogs into profitable full-time businesses. Happy blogging!